Today, we're talking about how to build trust without rushing it and the 3 small things you can do to change everything. Let's get into it today. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Dream Ignite Build podcast. I am your host, Genesis Haycrick, business growth strategist, coach, and your go to for building a business and a life that actually feels as good as it looks. Around here, we believe that real growth doesn't come from just working harder, it comes from working smarter, connecting deeper, and building relationships that are built to last. In this episode, we're going to talk about one of the realest parts of building anything worth having: trust. How do you build trust quickly without rushing it, forcing it, or feeling fake? So that's what we're going to dive into today. So grab your coffee, get cozy, and let's get into it. Building trust isn't about speed through connection. It's about laying a solid foundation even early on. So today I want to be focusing on 3 practical ways that you can build genuine trust faster without skipping the depth that makes it real. So first of all, let's start with being consistently genuine from the start. People can sense authenticity immediately, right away. So they can also spot performance. That's the thing. So if you are coming up and you're having a conversation and you're opening up in dialogue and you're trying to impress instead of focusing on being real, people are going to see that right away. So one thing that we can do to be more authentic is to share a small piece of ourselves. So open up and be a little bit vulnerable. Admit what you're learning or simply show up as yourself. And that's what I try to do every single day. I think to myself, how can I be the best version of me instead of being perfectly polished? It's about being human. It's about making mistakes, and it's about sharing those losses that help us to connect with others. And when you're consistent, not just in the moment, but in how you show up repeatedly, you create a sense of predictability, which fosters trust faster. So I absolutely love looking at all the ways that I can connect with others. So if I'm going to do a speaking engagement or I'm going to have a conversation where I'm meeting someone new, I think to myself, what's a part of myself that I want them to know about me? Something vulnerable, something essential that's going to help us to be able to connect on a deeper level. And the second part of this is listening to understand, not just to respond. One of the quickest ways to build trust isn't by talking more, it's by listening better. This is one of our greatest skill sets, my friends. When you're truly listening in, you're leaning into what someone's saying because it helps them to be heard. And when they are really heard, the walls come down and you truly connect. And here's how you can do this: ask thoughtful questions, don't interrupt, and repeat back something that they said to show you're truly listening. This is something that my son's teacher does all the time with them. What did that person just say? What did she just say? And I absolutely love it because it shows the level of engagement and it shows that you can create a superpower by silently listening. It helps people to recognize that they are safe and they matter, and it builds trust so much faster than anything else ever could. So be open minded, keep your ears open, and pay attention. The third part of this is keep micro promises. Guys, I love this. Trust is built or it's broken in the small things. So if you say, I call you at 3 o'clock, then call at 3 o'clock. If you say, I'll send you that link, send it and send it right away. Don't wait till tomorrow. These tiny moments seem small, but they create trust over time. People trust people who do what they say that they'll do, especially when it's about the little things. It's essential, my friends, to be a true individual to your word. So, whatever it is that is important to you, you want to make sure that others realize it's important as well. One of the things that frustrates me the most is when I have people RSVP or say that they're going to do something that they're going to do, and then they just disappear or they don't show up. And that is such an important piece of who we are as individuals. It's an important aspect of what your character reflects. So if you want to build trust quickly without feeling like you're rushing it, be consistent and genuine. Listen deeply and keep your micro promises. This is essential. Trust isn't a big leap, it's a series of small steps that keep you going in the right direction. and keep people trusting you more and more every single day. So before we wrap up today, let's do a quick recap of what we covered. Be consistently genuine. So show up as your real self every single time. Don't try to be someone else. Be the individual that shines the light within yourself that makes you unique. Listen to understand, not to respond. Make people feel heard. And then thirdly, with micro promises, build trust in the small moments by following through. Trust is not about rushing. It's about showing up with consistency, care, and integrity right from the start. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today and hanging out with me on the Dream Ignite podcast. If this episode made you think of someone you're building trust with, send it their way. It might open up a whole new level of connection for the both of you. And remember that true connection is never rushed, but it's always something that can be nurtured intentionally. So if this resonated with you today, please subscribe to Dream Ignite Build and also follow us on Instagram at Genesis Hay Crick. I'll see you next time.